Castle and welcome to the shop. You want to chat for a minute? I got a minute. Come on, let's talk. Yeah, all you got to do, you know the deal. You know always the deal is you got to watch. Hey, you know it's been a while. I got to turn the chair here and get around where I can talk to you comfortably. I was going into the shop to turn wood this morning. The air conditioner in the shop stopped. I'm a wussy. I really wanted the air on in there. So, I get froze, whatever. I've turned it off. It'll go back on in a couple hours. Then I'll go back in there and do a couple of things. Until then, I got some other things to catch up on and some things to prepare for. Where have I been? It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks and a couple of days since I produced the last video. Here's the deal, guys, gals. Almost 5 years ago, I had a stroke due to a brain tumor. And things went wrong, and it was kind of messy. It took me 8 months to learn how to walk. Things like that. Didn't take me long to learn how to eat. Well, I got that right back. But it was a healing process. And every week I see 2 doctors to help me with this process. And they walk me through obstacles in my path. You know, don't step over that, don't crack on that, watch that board, you know, things like that. You know how life is? Well, that's what they do. They talk to me about life. And 2 weeks ago, we started talking about Father's Day. Now, I'm not estranged from my children. I just don't hang out with them as much as I used to. I used to practically, well, they lived here. We raised them. And then we raised their kids. And more and more and more. But it's just gotten, since the stroke, it's a different world. I see things differently. I feel things differently. I understand and don't understand a whole lot of things that we all take for granted. You know, what you learn in kindergarten, use the rest of your life. I missed kindergarten. Okay? So, these doctors working with me would tell me all the hazards. Guess what? They built traps for me. They let this little mind, or this part of it that's still left, get into thinking about these things too much. And really, I had 2 rough weeks on it. Really. And it's what the world is, what your mind makes of it. And if you make it a problem, it's a problem. If you make it heaven, it's heaven. You know, I clean forgot about that. And I had gotten away from the negative thing. I've got dear friends I've known for 50, 60 plus years that I don't speak with anymore because they kind of go negative. They want to call you up and tell you about how the drug costs went up. And expenses and this and this and this. And I want to tell them, hey, I don't know what the hell's going on in your life, but my gas is under $2 a gallon. I want to hire that son of a gun. Whoever did that, I want to keep him in his job. But, you know, that we get to talking to things like that and you alienate yourselves. So I got friends I don't talk to. If you can't be positive, let's not chat. If I can't make you positive, let's not chat. Somebody's going to waste my damn time and get aggravated, let's not chat. Okay? So we got some things going on. First off, I got to tell you, we're doing really good on our Freedom Pens project. Our Freedom Pens Turning a Pen project is simple. You turn a pen, and I give it to an active duty military. I want to say it right or wrong. I'm going to give it to a member of the active military. That's what I want to do. But here's the deal. I don't need a club or an organization to do this. I got Team Blackhawk. Yeah, remember that? We built Team Blackhawk a couple of years ago, 8-10 years ago. And we started getting pens together, and I was working with Sarge Joe Kelly, and man, we collected thousands upon thousands of pens and sent them all to the troops all over this world. And our troops are still out there, and they're still fighting for our freedom every single day. And they get paid less than those less than some of those folks that are on unemployment and standing in line and asking for their share. We have these folks out here working for us, doing their share. So I want to thank them. So you turn a pen. You want the rules? Here's the rules. right up here. One of these corners, it's got a thing that says Pen Challenge. Okay, that's the one I want you to go to. Go to Pen Challenge, see the rules, send me the pens. I'm getting a lot of pens. I got a guy the other day that said, hey, I turned 200 pens for Freedom Pens. I don't know what to do with them. Send them to me. I know what to do with them. I will find somebody to give those pens to. I will put them in the hands of our active military. I will help you make a difference. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make a difference. We're going to show these people that we are Americans. We're proud. We're strong. We're here. Watch out. Okay? So we had Team Blackhawk. We did that. We're going to go back to the Team Blackhawk standings. No matter what it takes. Yeah, I got fussed at by these two doctors. Two great people, really. And they're doing a great job. But I went back to a wood turning club and I got kind of unhappy with what I saw. It's a club I helped develop and worked on. I was president for 10 years. And we were really gung-ho, really active and outstanding. That's not what I'm seeing now. I thought for a while I had my blinders on. I just couldn't see. It wasn't my way. But it's nobody's way. It really, I'm sorry, but it really sucked. And the doctor said, okay, you got the problem with that? Resign from the club, get out of the club. I did. Guess what? My heart didn't feel any better. You would think you get rid of that ache and that pain and it'd go away. It didn't. Do you know why? Because I can make a difference. I can make a change. I can do something. So can you. I'm asking you to be Team Blackhawk because that's a change you can make. But if you're active in your local club, and I mean active, I'm not talking about sitting in the meetings, watching a video, or lying to the guy next to you, because I did that all the time, about what you're hearing, how great it was, because I turned out nothing good. I turned it all out great. But if you're into more than that, get into it. Get into it. Ask them if there's something you can do. You can do. Not do you need done. What can you do to make the difference? Get out there and make the difference. Help them out a little bit. I rely on my friends in this industry to help me all the time. And I told you I had a rough 2 weeks. All right? And this isn't to get the violin and play it all out. I was really in bad shape. I avoided the shop, avoided the tractor, avoided the wife. Just enough to nudge her to death. But in all that time, I didn't realize you folks were there. Sometimes you forget that. You really do. Just take a second and remember. Just about 5 years ago, I went on a trip. I went all the way up to Washington, D.C. and beyond from New Orleans. Came back through Charleston, South Carolina. Get this, that's not on the way back, to let you know how fried my brain was. And I came home to find that I had some other problems. And the doctor said, oh, we think you have a brain tumor. They went in and took out this little brain tumor. 3 days. I've been out the shop 4 days, that's all. I was out of shop 8 months. Because things didn't go quite the way they were supposed to go. But I'm working with the best professionals in the world at Usher Foundation Hospital, and I have absolutely no regrets about what went on and how it happened and how I healed and what things happened. I didn't ask anybody for a handout. Hell, we went out of pocket $200,000 for medical bills that year. Yeah, it was kind of rough before I qualified Medicaid and other stuff. Okay? But we did what was necessary because of you. I mean, I'm in a hospital, and I had a gift, a nice flowered plant. And remember, this ain't working. And this is from Jeff in Houston. Eddie, hope you're getting better. Then I get another thing, and it's from Ron up in wherever you're at, up there in the way northwest, and about this. And then I get, my daughter brings me in, my daughter and my wife took care of me while I was in the hospital. They bring in my iPad, and they show me a video. And I'm just able to walk, just able to get up on the crutches with a cane. and walk. And I can do it really good, and I can get a little dance on before you know it. Y'all will see that. But showed me this thing that was made by the guys because I had a sign that I held up to open one of my videos that said, "We'll work for wood." And it was a joke thing. I had one of my secretaries videotape me or take a picture of me standing out on the curb in my scruff cap and my gloves and all that, like the hobos on the corner that you see every day. And she took a picture of me, "We'll work for wood." And I used it on a whole lot of videos. Well, one of you folks turned it around on me. You really did turn it around on me. All of a sudden I got this video. And it's a guy that drags on for a few minutes and then he says, "Oh, let me let my other friends talk." And I had picture after picture of guys that say, "We'll work for wood. We'll work for wood. We'll work for wood." It was a joke. It wasn't making shavings. That's what we're trying to stick with right now, making shavings. But it was all you folks expressing your beliefs and your feelings and your thank yous. And let me tell you, yesterday as I was sitting here thinking, what the hell am I going to do about this? I pulled up the iPad, scrolled through. That happened to be on recommended. I don't know why. And I clicked on it. I couldn't move. I couldn't go anywhere. It's like right now, I got to go to the stop button. Hold on. It is a media company. Watch out. It wasn't me to write. Little bit of it. Okay. Reestablished. All right. I was watching this video, and it made me realize that we're family. We are. You do things for me, I do things for you. I go in the shop every single time I go in and I try to make it a learning experience. Not only for you, I'm greedy, it's also a learning experience for me. Because I have to redevelop some skills and some ideas. And I've asked you, what's this part? You've told me. The other day I found another part and I went, so wait, if I got this from here, I can get that from there. I found another part. Then I was under the saw about 2 weeks ago and I found a third part. So these are things I came back with 5 years ago from SWAT that I never got to play with because I was not well. Say with the SWAT while I still had the brain tumor. And that kind of explained a little bit of the side trip I made on that trip too. SWAT, Southwest Association of Turners. A guy called me the other day from the, did I tell you that if you want to see the video that Rick and the crew did, you can go here. It's going to come up right now. It's going to say video. And you click on that and see it. Don't go click it, save it, see it later. It's not a promotion. It's to show you that the family's here. All right. We're talking about SWAT. A guy called me the other day and said, "Hey, Cap, I'm such and such with SWAT, and really I need to write things down, but it was a bad 2 weeks, okay? I want to thank you for what you do for SWAT." I said, "What do I do for SWAT?" He said, "You promote it. You promote SWAT more than anybody else does that's in this kind of media." Well, because it's the world's finest wood turning exhibition. Okay, the guy said, "But what about AAW?" I said, "What about them? You're still the world's finest wood turning exposition. You're a symposium. You're put on by a conglomerate of clubs. You don't have a masthead up there that you got to pay the bill on every month. You have clubs. The money you raise at these auctions and this thing all go back into wood turning at SWAT. Yeah, that's what happens. So why would I not be behind that? It's in Waco, Texas. It's the last full weekend of August 2019. If you want more details, you have to go to their website. Now get this. It's www.swatturners.org. See this thing? swatturners.org. No comma. SWAT Turners, see how it's spelled, .org. Alright, go there and look it up. That'll tell you what's there. And just week, they released the name of all the vendors that are going to be at the SWAT. All the people that be there selling tools. You want to see that. Look at that list and get out your Christmas money, because that's where you want to go. You want to haggle with the guy that makes it. You want to talk to him. You don't like it? Tell them. You like it? Tell them. You need help? Tell them. You want to learn how? Tell them. That's it. I mean, Lyle James does it every year, and he's teaching wood turning with that howling thing. He also does demos. Larry Zara's going to teach again this year. Last year was Ashley was there, and she taught wood turning with and some guy's a cute girl. I ain't worried about that girl. She is a cute girl. She's a nice girl. She's a lovely person, but she's one hell of a good turner. But that's the kind of talent they brought to SWAT. Yeah, they bring those people there. And one of the demonstrators at SWAT, dear sweet lady Ruth Niles. We both have a business companion named, I call him Homie, Paul Holmes, who manufactures things for her. I was at a club meeting the other day, and a guy said they had bottle stoppers on the table, and he said, "Hey, you want to save money? Go to this guy and get the bottle stoppers. He makes them for Ruth." That's not true. You want to get the best bottle stoppers made. You want to do some great art. You do some great work. You just go to Ruth Niles. I think I'm kidding you. You gotta say, what kind of art can be in that? Well, let's go to the iPad. I'm gonna click at the iPad here and see what's on. I'm gonna go to Niles Stoppers, well, pardon me, NilesBottleStoppers.com. That's her webpage. She's got a gallery. She showed me what Mark Mayo in California did, Alan Klein in Minnesota. He made a gear. Mark Wilding, Alex, Mark again, Mike Roops, Joshua, Larry, Royal Wood. Boys, talk about some beautiful laminate stuff. Crossing up the laminates, that's unique. I don't think I can put these photographs up, but I may be able to pop a few into the video to let you know. There's art in this work. There's art in bottle stoppers. And it's not the old bottle stoppers that you got to put them in the top of a plug them in the top of a bottle to show them off. Nope. Ruth and Homie came up this way to sell the stopper that's got a flat bottom that you can display it easier. I spent a whole weekend building a display for stoppers. I only have a lot of them stolen. So we went to a different routine. But bottle stoppers is a simple form of wood turning. Very simple. Thinking about what I was going to do when I came out here today. I have some bloodwood, and I'm pointing over it because that's where it's at. African blackwood, some Texas ebony, and there's another one. I want to say it's mesquite, but it might not be. I get these chunks of wood from people all the time that mail me wood. I need wood. Hey, trust me, I do. And I'll make bottle stoppers and things out of them. I pass them on. I don't sell them. Okay, I did that sale thing for too long, and it was not where I wanted to be. So now if I turn something and it's really nice, I'll give it to you. Hey, it's just a hobby. It's a habit, an obsession, a crux. Well, you know, it's like that. But, you know, bottle stoppers come from one lady, Ruth Niles. If somebody says I can beat that price, you can't beat the price of the manufacturer unless the product is not equivalent. Think about that for a minute. You can't buy that Cadillac at a Ford dealership. You can't buy that Mercedes at a Cadillac dealership. You can't buy that Porsche at the Kia store. Maybe you can. But if the quality is not there, the price can come down. With Ruth, I love it. The quality is there. The price doesn't have to change. I pay for the best, I get the best. So look her up. All right, told you about that SWAT, talked about SWAT, Team Black Hawk, Freedom Pens. I think what I wanted to get together with you today was to tell you that I've been gone for 2 weeks. It's one of those things that happen. It's some of those things that you try not to let happen. You know, they say if I hit my thumb with a hammer, is it going to hurt? Yeah, well, here's the prevention for that. Don't hit your thumb. I heard my doctors tell me all this stuff, but I didn't know not to hit my thumb. So I let my brain overwhelm my emotions and drive the bus. Oh, that's a screwed up deal. Really. Don't let your emotions drive your bus. Think it through. The president of the club said one time, before you start something, count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how we did it in school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you do that, you will think good, bad, different, ugly, safe. Right. You'll step on those 4 stones, those 5 stones, and you will go through the process. Instead of saying, I saw that on YouTube, I can do that. Brr. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please. I ask you not to do that. I ask you, if it seems to be too good to be true, it probably is, and you're going to be disappointed or hurt. Don't get disappointed, and please don't get hurt. And don't ever send me a picture of a wound. If you send me a picture of a wound, I'm deleting your Facebook and everything else. I don't. If God got you, or somebody, if you was to, whatever, I don't need to see it. I really don't. It stays in there. That's what I'm trying to tell you is, I had an incident to where things left and things stay. And some of the things that stay you don't want. And some things that left you wish they left a long time ago. Because it can't get in a petty crap. I want to get out in the shop and turn. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy time with my friends. And I'm saying it because if you need, pardon me, I got the hiccups. If you need me, you want to chat, you got a question, you got a problem, you got a tool, you can't get it sharp, you want to this. Guess what? Hello, this is Captain Eddie. Yeah, I'm at the phone. 7 days a week. I don't want to say 24 hours a day because I do some sleeping. But if this phone will ring, it'll take a message. And if you don't leave a message, I get thinking that guy that's trying to save me money on my car insurance or my extended warranty or my, what was the one the other day? My tuition loan. I'm 70 years old. We didn't get tuition loans then. All right? Leave me a message. I'll get back to you. We can chat. We're friends. We're family. We're family. All right? So if I can help you, help me. I can help me, help you. Whatever it takes. I'm here. You're there. We're turning wood. We're making shavings. I'm looking forward to that call. What? I thought I heard the phone. Oh, it's not that quick. All right. Take care. Be good. I gotta make more.